How you doing? I'm Michael Bell, the voice of Duke.
Hi, this is Adrienne Palicki, Lady J from G.I. Joe.
Hey there, it's Rachel Nichols, aka Scarlett.
And if you're listening,
And you're listening to
And you are listening to Anything Joe's, a collaborative journey through the world of G.I. Joe with Greg and Jaren.
Yo Joe!
Got my G.I. Joes, got my comic books, watching cartoon episodes. Watch me go and box, dead stop, Jaren on his toes. Watch me go and lock a whole new world you never know. On my freaking block, on my block, anything Joe's. Roll my badger into work today. Yes, sir, no, sir. I can't call this work today. I'm too clutch. Ain't no pun intended. Call me sir today. Check the prices out. My collection feeling bird today. Anything Joe. 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 Joe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Anything Joe's, a collaborative journey through the world of G.I. Joe. My name is Greg Engel,
And I'm Jaren Decker.
and we'll be your host today. Today on Anything Joe's, I thought we would take a moment to look back at the video game history of G.I. Joe with the new G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra video game releasing tomorrow, the 26th. I thought it was the perfect time to kind of look back at the history of the video game franchise. And instead of doing it chronologically, I decided we would start with one of the best ones, and that is the 1991 G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Heck yeah.
Published by Taxan USA Corps. I have a lot of good memories. There are two G.I. Joe games that they made for the NES, and I think they're both great. I played them both as a kid. I own them both as an adult. I go back and revisit them sometimes. They're Nintendo games have not held up as well as I would have expected them to over the years, but stuff that's directly connected to something that I love can endure a little bit longer. Jaren, you're much younger than me. What's your overall experience with the Nintendo Entertainment System?
So, the Nintendo Entertainment System was something that I got as when I became like a video game collector. So I was raised with the Super Nintendo and the N64. Those were like what I had as a kid, raised and played as. And then obviously I had a hand-me-down Game Boy Pocket. I'll never forget, with the glass bezels were all removed, so it looked real janky, but it still worked. So that was like my first real gaming thing. And then I got hooked into it, and then I became a game collector. So, like, even to this day, I own NES, SNES, I mean, every Nintendo console, most of the Segas, Atari 2600. At one point, I owned like a couple of the Magnavox Odysseys and a couple of the more rare ones, which I don't have anymore. So I got pretty heavy into it, played a lot, owned a lot, and now I mostly just do emulation because it's just much more handy.
I forgot I was talking to a true video game enthusiast. If you guys aren't familiar, Jaren and I are both old school retail video game people, so we've been in the trenches for quite a while. I was a huge video game enthusiast. I kind of grew up in the boom of video games. I was a very young child when the Nintendo launched. I have some very fond memories of whatever my brother bought was what we played because I didn't have a lot of money of my own. And so I have this small, maybe a dozen or 2 dozen games that were always kind of floating around our house that we played. And these were not one of them. These were both rentals for me. The games that we bought were, my brother was interested in. He had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, which of course is an amazing Nintendo game, but he would buy stuff that was kind of not in my field of vision at all. But I rented Nintendo games like crazy as I got older. That was just how it was done. You didn't pay. I think video games were like $50 back then, which is crazy when you think about it. That they've only gone up in price by about $20. No wonder I couldn't afford them. That's like $5 million in today money. So yeah, we would rent them for $3 for and it was like a 2 or 3 day rental, and we would play. I'd played a tremendous amount of the NES library that way, including these 2 games. So Jaren and I are both playing separately. Jaren's got a handheld device. I have an emulation system set up on my. That looks super cool. I just emulate most of my stuff on my PC, and that's what I'll be using as well. So we're both going to play separately, and we'll see how we do. And then when we both die, because it's extremely difficult to finish an NES game if you're not either an expert at it or you're using save states where it just kind of takes a screenshot of where you're at, then Yeah, I don't think I've ever made it past the 3rd level. So we'll see how far we get, and then we'll look at it, somebody that's real good at it and see what it looks like to finish it. I feel like a little kid again. I got my controller. I got my Kool-Aid. I'm like ready to go, buddy. I'm just like, all I need is like a Domino's pizza, and I'll be set for the evening. Mm-hmm. You can Kool-Aids now. They're here because of my kid, and I steal them and drink them. And
the best thing.
You can drink, dude. I can drink a Kool-Aid like in one breath. Like it's not even. It feels like taking a shot of Kool-Aid, which is probably all I need at this age anyway. All right, let's boot up. G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero. This is, so you can tell by the cover that this is kind of an eclectic blend. This is made a little bit later than what I would call the like peak of the line. We've got Rock and Roll V2 in the front. There's Snake Eyes V3. There's Duke, who is kind of late to be included in this lineup, as there was no Duke figure out this year. Captain Gridiron and Blizzard. Real motley crew of characters to be involved in this game.
Really ran the gambit.
So yeah, we've got like this is basically like the lineup. They've got some great little pixelated art. It shows all the characters again that are on the cover, and it shows their weapon specialty. Duke's weapon type is a ring laser rifle. That definitely isn't from the file card. Blizzard has a flame ball repeater. So they've changed some stuff a little bit to make it fit, and that's the gist of it. If I'm remembering correctly, everybody's kind of like hand to hand. And then they have a gun that you can switch to, but you have a limited amount of ammo. And that's a pretty big factor in like keeping things even, is not overextending your good ammo, especially if you've got a boss battle coming up.
Yeah, it took me a second to realize that.
I don't remember if the password system saves very specifically where you're at, or if we could just punch in a password and go from level to level. We might mess around with that as well. All right, new game. Good morning, men. The time has come to rid the world of the... Oh, this is Hawk V2, the like jetpack Hawk, or Hawk V3. Sorry, forgot there was a good.
I was wondering who this was looking through. I was like, this is not like anyone I recognize off the top of my head.
This is Jetpack Hawk. Cobra Organization. For too many years, this group of thugs, has terrorized the innocent people of the world, and it's time to act. We have some good information on the location of the main Cobra bases, and we feel that soon we will be able to locate the secret base where Cobra Commander is hiding. This mission will be an attack on the jungle base deep in the Amazon. Duke, you'll be the leader of this mission. Please select your team. Yojo? I like this this messaging room is set up. It's like they've got a huge gigantic screen. You can see multiple people working. They even have these cool little arms that extend where people are like real close to the screen doing tech work probably. It does say, it looks like it says alert, yes, and the other one says alert. So there's something, maybe those guys are up there fixing that.
Nowadays we would blame it on AI art. Then it was just
definitely
bad translation.
Just can't handle it. So you're automatically started with Duke, and you can see Duke's level, stamina, jump, punch, and weapon. So everybody's got different stats and are better at different things. And we can also pick the rest of our team. So we've got Captain Gridiron. I'm not going to go through the roster again, but you can see who's got what. It looks like Rock and Roll has the strongest weapon. And of all things, Captain Gridiron has a higher punch than Snake Eyes. So with the knowledge that I'm probably not going to make it very far, those are the two guys I'm taking. I'm going to take Captain Gridiron, and I'll take Rock and Roll. I think I typically take the same
guys. I picked the same exact guys.
I mean, statistically, it just checks out.
I was like, those guys have bigger guns. We're taking them.
This looks like Tiger Force Duke, which maybe makes more sense why he would be included in the game, but just could be rough pixel art. All right, so here we are. I'm Duke.
I got to remember the controls.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Okay. Here we go. We're jumping. All right, we're jumping.
All right, this is punch. It looks like he's got a 1-2 punch. And
select.
Then that's
you switch from punch to shoot.
Yes, select his punch to shoot.
B is punch. All right, let's go punch some people.
How do you change characters?
Start
brings up the menu. All right, got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Duke because I know this part of the game pretty well. It's the part that I would play over and over again.
Oh, yeah, come on. Come on, who's that? A viper? Does that look like just a regular viper? He's getting
Yeah,
punched.
I think those are regular vipers.
Yo!
That's just a regular manta ray. Guess the cobra's got
Oh,
creatures.
he's sprinting. Oh,
Yeah.
we got him. Light work. Oh, ow.
Can't jump up high enough to get that gun piece. I'm actually going to
Yeah.
go ahead and turn my gun on.
Yeah, punching. Everybody's
It
catching
doesn't-
these hands.
It doesn't take long for the... you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to change back to fists. There's a boss battle coming up like almost immediately.
Gotta hit those jump punch. Jump punch.
I guess those are supposed to be cobra eels, or maybe they're like the...
Oh, dang it. Oh, what the heck is that?
Nagahat's pig.
Why is there so many of them?
I don't know. I'm just going off of the... It could be anything. There was just manta rays just jumping out of me. Anything. Who knows?
I'm switching to rock and roll. I'm gonna need this gun here.
I might not be even be able to make it past this first boss. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the first boss is like the condor, and it absolutely will destroy. You got to remember to change your characters too, because I think if one of them dies, it's like the end of the level. Yeah, I tried to put. All right, so I'm getting ready to fight the condor. I'm almost positive that's where this is at.
Yeah, I got the pickups. Did you get the pickups?
I don't know. I got some stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
I
There
see
they are.
him. All right.
There's your
All right.
there's your boss sign warning.
Yeah, for real. So he's gonna come in. The condor is gonna split at some
Jeez.
point. Yeah, and you got to keep moving also. So
Run forward.
yeah, run forward, jump
forward.
missiles,
Jump.
fire
Shoot.
fire when available. I'm actually not doing so bad for the first part. Okay, I broke the first part up.
Already?
Yeah, I'm fighting the back part of the plane. You got to jump over, which I just learned the hard way. Oh my god, the tail. I'm getting destroyed. I got to switch characters. Who's got a better jump? Duke. All right, back to Duke. Yeah, man. Duke or nothing. That jump is...
All right, I just took him out. We're
you're
switching
done?
to gridiron. No, sorry.
You're the second part.
How do you get around the little part?
You got to switch to Duke, and you got to jump over it.
Oh
Or-
my gosh, he is taking me out.
Yeah, I had to change the characters. The other option is you can
Why
switch...
is Duke so slow? Holy
You can
cow.
switch to the... you can get to the edge of the screen where he's swooping down and get there before he starts swooping, basically.
Oh no! I just died. Piece
That's
of
the
trash.
Beauty of
I
Nintendo.
told you I was not easy. Ha ha ha! Piece of trash. Who are you? Who is this little guy?
I don't know. I didn't see it because I didn't die.
Well, there you go. There's your death screen.
Oh, it's a range viper.
Yeah, that trash. You suck.
It's weird to see range
Alright.
viper as a boss. All right, well, you guess you get to live vicariously through me unless you want to start
Yeah.
over.
Oh no! I'm too emotive when I play these games.
I'll be surprised if I make it past this. I
Oh,
remember.
you got it.
This is probably. Oh, here's the
Oh, look.
non-loser screen. So, Joe, you think you're pretty tough? Well, I'm waiting. I would hypothesize that this is Skullbuster, but Skullbuster wasn't created at this time. So this is just supposed to be one really good range viper. Either that or the game designers didn't realize that range vipers were supposed to be multiple troops, something that Jaren also suffers from in certain instances.
I've got a couple
this is
of them.
this
I hate
is the
this
bomb
level.
Yeah, this is the bomb level. How do you get into that?
Do you punch it?
That seems unlikely that my gun wouldn't take care of it, but my fists
No.
would.
I think it's different. I think there's different types of lands that can be killed.
I'm gonna
In a
eventually.
different color.
I'm gonna watch a video on this to see, like, maybe not all the quote unquote secrets because there's probably not a lot of that in this game, but I'd like to. I want to know more about it. Come here. Oh. All right. I do know this level. I think is the level that I lose a lot because it's timed, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you have to find all these bomb spots and plant all these bombs. I have made it further than this before, but not often. Oh yeah, sure, it works on that, just not when I need the freaking power up. Nintendo games are so unrelentlessly hard, and they were designed that way on purpose, right? Because they knew, hey, the average Nintendo game you can beat in under an hour, certainly. So let's make it hard as heck, so kids have to keep playing it, and it worked. I have some extremely rage-induced memories from playing Battletoads, a game
Oh
that
my gosh.
notoriously and notoriously gets extremely hard at the end. And if you're once you're out of continues, that's it. I'm guessing this is. Oh, okay. It's Raptor.
Speeder? Yeah, I hate this fight.
Yeah, so you got to dodge these, and they also knock out the platforms underneath. I wish these guys had a health bar. He's gonna swoop down. Okay, I'm gonna get hit anyway. Oof.
They disappeared there for a second.
Yeah. Eventually, if you don't take him out fast enough, you won't have anywhere to stand. He hit me anyway. I don't know if the bird takes damage. It looks like he probably does, but I'm just taking a guess. I'm just hoping I do enough damage before I run out of territory. And I don't want to fall in that stuff underneath, which is definitely what it seems like is getting ready to happen. Yeah, oh, he caught on fire.
Oh, dang,
Wasn't even using
Man.
blizzards. Oh, I forgot this was part of it. Oh, that was the whole mission, at least.
Oh, okay.
More bombs. You defeated my forces, but I won't be so easy. So Raptor works for Range Viper. That's a real unfortunate.
Got demoted.
Yeah, for real. You're working for just a lackey. I don't really remember this level that well. I kind of do, but this is where it starts to really fall apart. I think I fought Destro at some point, and that's when things really get messy. I'm gonna switch to Captain. I'm gonna switch to Captain Gridiron for the.
Still got the boy. Get him. Yeah, you blow up those rocks.
I don't like the time limit aspect of all this. Like, it's already enough of a crunch just to like still be going.
Yeah, you're.
Oof. Whoop.
Hey, you already got damaged. Who cares? You get that little second of invulnerability.
Yeah, right. Oh no. I guess that saved my life there too. This is probably a rock viper. Do I have to kill this guy? Nope. See ya.
Good. This is supposed to be that.
Frag viper. Could be a laser viper. The ammo is weird. This guy sucks. Oh, I gotta switch. I'm almost dead already. Need a bomb. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh. Yes!
Yeah, there you go.
He burned to death too. Kill them all.
Man, this game's brutal.
I'm saying. I'm surprised I made it this far.
You did it!
Whoa. I blew it up real good. That's a heck of a bomb. Mission complete.
Those two little bombs you did, really.
Yeah, really knocked it out.
Did the work.
We're going to look into this password system.
Okay, so here, let's... Hold on, give me a second. I'll put in the password. Let's see if it works.
Okay. That's actually a great idea. You just pick up where I left off. Hopefully it gives us health back.
Yeah. We get 2 tries at beating the game.
Alright, so Jaren is using my password from this mission complete to resume playing so we can continue to play together, which is actually probably not something that the developers ever thought would be a thing that happened. It's no Justin Bailey. Do you know what that code is from? It's a little video game pop quiz for you. The most infamous Nintendo password of all time. That's not the Konami code.
No, I don't.
If you put it in on the original Metroid, it's Justin Bailey and then all underscores. It's like you start with like Samus in her like female form with like a wave beam upgrade. It puts you in a pretty good spot, like kind of in the middle of the game. He was like one of the main developers or something. It was like one of the first Easter egg things that you ever saw. All right.
Can you imagine being a developer of that game and imagine that someone was playing on a device this small wherever they go?
Right. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Still care about your game. Pretty impressive.
Great job, Ben. The Amazon base is gone and we are on the move. This mission will be an attack on the missile base in Antarctica. Blizzard, you'll be the leader of this mission. Please select your team. Yo, Joe. Well, it's unfortunate that Blizzard is forced onto my team, but I will...
I'm going to go with Snake Eyes. And Rock and Roll.
Yeah, Snake Eyes has a huge jump, so I'm going to do that as well. Also, you're kind of obligated to use him at some point. I'm going to keep Rock and Roll, but if his health doesn't come back, then that's going to be most regrettable. Mission 2-1. Blizzard in the old snow territory.
Sheesh! Don't stand still for too long.
I'm just switching to a gun right away. Oh, man. Is that bomb in the back? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it comes and gets you.
That looks like one of the little action packs that they... Woo! Okay, gotta keep going. Great. Doing great. Rock and Roll did get his health back.
I can't tell what these guys are that are running at me. But I don't like them.
Stuff down there, too. I don't understand how to get, like, 90% of these secret things.
Sheesh, I'm about to die.
Oh, that's a Toxo Viper for sure. Ugh, yeah, I don't... It's like it takes everything you got, just destroy the machinery that they have.
I'm about to just freaking rock and roll this whole mission.
Alright, now I'm getting better. Well, okay. I spoke too soon. I'm also maybe laying on the... That's definitely a frag viper.
I'm just holding the trigger.
Hey, you're going to run out of ammo, dude.
Yeah, it'll be alright. That's a future Jaren problem.
You count on me to just get the password for you. I definitely have not finished this entire level. I know that for a fact. Oh, yes, full health. I think I got a boss battle coming up. No, it's the Sea Slug.
Oh, I love this!
Or Sea Slug is the driver. Manta Ray is the name of the vehicle. I think that's right.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now, though.
You got to jump up and shoot the missiles on the side, and as they destroy, you can work your way, or you can shoot from below, but I don't recommend that. And then you can, when you destroy them all, I think it'll split into two. I'm taking excessive damage though, because it's like ramming me on the side.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely dying.
Yeah, I got to switch characters, or I will be joining you. What are you doing, Rock and Roll? Oh, they're all out of ammo. Oh no. Well, that's bad. Real bad. Now I have to try to jump up here and slap at it with Snake Eyes' sword, which is absolutely not going to work.
He has the ninja star.
That's ammo though, right? I'm out of ammo.
Yeah.
I'm out of ammo across the board. I didn't realize that. I forgot that they shared ammo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm down to 3 remaining missiles.
I am dead.
I am also dead. Alright, fine. I'm ready to watch the video.
Oh, it's so perfectly timed. I gotta save that health, and then you just got boinked off.
Okay.
Nice.
So, in the interest of time, I'm not going to force you to watch us play through this entire video, but I do want to watch somebody play it so we can see the rest of the game itself. I would like to have eventually finished this game on my own someday, but there's so much replaying and so much, like, you got to have, everything's got to be perfect.
Yeah, that really, like, people don't understand, like, NES games are hard. Like, if you've done those scooter modes on Battletoads, you've lived through, like, you need a veteran's discount.
Yeah, this full playthrough is 1 hour long, and we've made it through about 8 minutes of it. Which is crazy to me. Alright, so I've got it queued up to the snow level. Although I will admit, if it has, the password system makes it a little bit more accessible. Maybe I just didn't have it long enough to make it that far.
Just load in each level, even if you don't actually beat it. Just write the password and be like, well, I played every mission.
This walkthrough comes to us thanks to YouTube channel Nintendo Complete, which is a very appropriately named channel. Not a job I would want, especially
Not a job
based on
I'm
this.
capable of.
So we've talked. Everybody just watched us down this level pretty viciously. I'm going to skip straight ahead to the fight with Sea Slug. You can see here, this is what I was talking about. This guy's really laying into him.
He's just like stun locking it almost.
He's like layering the rings to hit multiple missiles at once, which is a great strategy. It makes it look so easy.
Yeah. I mean, great. He did not move, like, at all.
Yeah, just knew when to jump, and knew when to shoot. So mad props for that. Mission 2-2. The range vipers are wimps. Fight my forces and you'll freeze to death. Another guy that you wouldn't think would be quite so far up the totem pole.
What?
Oh, there's a battlecopter.
Did not anticipate seeing that.
You can shoot in like all the direction that you're going. It looks like either that or it shoots in the same pattern, like down the top.
.360.
Planting more bombs. I don't even know if I've ever made it to this. I think this is, at the very least, this is the farthest I ever made it.
What
There's
are
a night,
these?
there's a night
Range
viper in
Viper?
green. No, there's a night viper in green. Yeah. Those guys I'm not as confident about. Looks like maybe just regular Cobra troopers, but colored in green instead of blue. Because the helmet is what is giving me that
Yeah.
thought. Of course, if you ask me to, that's supposed to be Blizzard, and I've really only got the fact that he's wearing white. This is a helpful time saver if you don't know where the bomb spots are at, because they can be difficult to get to, and you want to save as much time as possible. Oh, look at you just shooting your way into that secret room.
It's impressive. Oh,
Oh, that was cool, yeah.
he
It was
found
like
them.
a stealthy.
Wonder how many times he's played this level.
Probably a lot. You don't see people just whipping through a Nintendo game if you don't really know the ins and outs of it. You have to kind of know when an enemy's coming up to anticipate. Oh, he teleported.
Oh, that must be why he's shooting even when they're not there. Because he knows there's a chance they could be on
That
those
they'll
spots.
pop up. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because like when he came up this at first, he was shooting when they weren't there.
His health is not only low, but is like his maximum health is like non-existent.
That's weird.
But still, with 2 health bars, he seems to not be afraid at all. This level, quite frankly, is horrible. Everything is hidden. It's got, look at them like clipping through the level. You know you would take damage if those guys hit you, even though they're outside. Oh, I saw a buzzbore. I saw multiple buzzbores.
Oh, jeez.
They're so small. It's like you wouldn't even be able to fit a person in it. I mean, the real ones are small, but they're 1-person vehicles at least. And also, I don't think they climb onto the ceilings and go around walls.
Maybe not your buzzbores.
He, again, just had no problems taking those guys out at all. Mission 2-3. I'm really just mostly interested in seeing the boss battles because I think that's where the bulk of the entertainment is. So my men were not so hot, but I will blow you away, Joe. Okay.
I love all
Not how
just
I-
the different colors of the regular like Viper
Oh, he's-
room they have.
In a buzzbore, which
Smart.
hangs to the ceiling. I see the attack on it is like a radio. Oh, it almost looks like it doesn't even have to be attached to something. I guess that's just bad Nintendo stuff. Look at that attack, dude. He has to send out in a whirling
That's cool.
pattern. That's so tedious. You got to get closer and closer to him to do any damage.
It's so cool. Like that's actually a really cool pattern, like attack pattern for a weapon, though.
Yeah,
Like
until something
circles
like
and-
that happens. That
As
dude's
it
like, what's
circles, it gets farther.
what's this guy doing? I'm just gonna barrel right into him. Now there's the strategy. Just avoid them and not prevent.
just-
Whoa, he jumped all the way to
Oh
the
my
ceiling on
gosh.
that.
Aw, of course he lost his buzzbore.
There's Metalhead.
Dang, he's agile.
Yeah, he is. All bosses are super. He looks really buff there too. Oh my
like-
gosh, dude!
10 feet tall.
He just cut that dude down like nothing.
He said, "You're not that hot either."
They hung around for the explosion this time as the elevator ascends. You got to give him credit for that.
He walked away. Probably didn't even look back.
Hey, there's a password.
I bet that works.
I'm sure it does. We could have tried every single level from the beginning to see how far we made it. That was close. They almost launched. Great job, man. This mission will be an attack on the supercomputer base under New York. Okay. Snake Eyes, you'll be the leader of this mission. Please select your team. Yo, Joe. So, yeah, they just seem to be hitting a bunch of, like, important Cobra locations. I'm still not really clear on what the overarching plot of this game was.
So is that
We'll look
Snake
at-
Eyes V3?
Yes. Snake Eyes V1 is just a plain like commando. Snake Eyes V2 is the one with timber, and then Snake Eyes V3 is the swords.
Nice.
So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. Although this is what the underneath of New York looks like. This subway design. It's got skulls and stuff in it. Like
Fair.
what creative New York architect was like, this will be awesome. Yeah, I want to skip around and see what the bosses are. This guy is just okay. So there's a Fang 2. That's like the mini boss.
Look at him standing
Yeah,
right where he needs to be.
He's chucking those grenades,
This is
I guess,
impressive.
right up there. Not only right up, but he has them timed so when he leaves, he'll be coming back and flying into them. Got to give him credit for that. Whoa. That thing, too, is
Not
hauling.
really wasting anything.
You don't see a lot of helicopters in the subway, so I got to give him credit for that. All right, that's the end of that mission. On to the next part. More subway stuff.
Back in the buzzbore. Oh, what is that
That guy looked like a Cobra Law guard, and I'm saying that because his sword was huge.
Yeah, it was giant.
What if that's probably a Hydro Viper? It's really hard to like ID some of these guys.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that guy with the sword again, though. Like there's no need for a Cobra Law guardsman to be in this game period, much less. Of course, I picked the one frame where that's definitely a Cobra Law guard. Cobra Law guard has a very iconic sword that curves outward like that, and they're clearly drawn from that when they pick the roster. It's just funny because that has no belonging here at all. All right, on to the boss. I can't tell you how long it's been since I've seen this stuff because I definitely have never made it this far. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. I don't know what some big monstrous piece of technology that they've created. Really holds you up there for a long time. That's a bummer. Is that Snake Eyes' regular attack? Because he was throwing bombs at one point, and now he's throwing these like power discs. Maybe they're supposed to be shuriken. Got him like literally trapped in the corner. He's all right though. He's a professional. Another timed mission, which is a huge bummer. 200 exactly. Got to give him credit for that. Mission 3-3. Whoa, he grabbed onto the wall. I saw a Heat Viper.
Oh.
Dude's
That
like,
wall is a gun.
I got time for this armor. I both simultaneously wish I was this good at NES games, but would also feel a great amount of regret for the time I spent to get there. This says level max, and I did not notice that before. How do you level up your characters? Is that a pickup that you get? Maybe we should have read the instruction manual. Oh, there's a Night Creeper.
Oh, heck yeah.
And just a regular Hawk in the subway. Sure, buddy. More great Nintendo logic. So this is Overlord, and that's Overlord's Dictator. I love Overlord, the character of Overlord. Even this little mini.
That's a cool feature.
Yeah, the toy does that too. It has the like little pod inside disconnects.
Okay, so it looks like as you level them up, their attacks get way better.
I'm guessing that's why he's got so much stuff, but what I don't understand is how he leveled them up so early, and then like kind of it doesn't seem to have reset at all. So I would like to look into that, because I feel like that would definitely give me a better chance. Would explain why he's totally decimating these bosses. Alright, so Snake Eyes defeats Overlord, again, pretty easily. Jumps out of the sewer, which again blows up in a really large fashion. Bye, sorry, New York. And it's mission complete. Still kind of unclear on there's 6 missions total, and I'm still not 100% sure what we're trying to do. Well, men, you almost made that look too easy. Great work. This mission will be attack on the base in the Black Hills. Captain Gridiron, you'll be the leader of this mission. Clearly, the most qualified for it. Unless it's an attack on a football field, Captain Gridiron is not the most... you choose Blizzard for the snow level, I get it, but this one is a little off. Mission 4. Wow, they really dropped him on a not great place. Yeah, this looks a lot like a Contra level.
It also looks like a Mario level.
Seems really fast. You can tell this dude is... I was going to say it seems like he's not emulating it, but there's some clipping going on that you can never really tell. He's just scooting right up. All right, I'm going to skip ahead. It is a little... I mean, I know this is the limitations of the Nintendo are very extreme, but still seeing basically the same enemy types, over the halfway point of the game is a little meh. Oh, it's the Pogo.
Heck yeah.
And more Crimson Guard, or some more Cobra Law guards. Now that's a good attack.
I like how they're just in there with everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, there's no rhyme or reason as to why it's them.
There's the AGP, Destro's little portal vehicle, which also teleports. Oh, never mind, it's gone. This dude's almost too powerful to play this game.
I want to know how long he played this game.
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to go back and try it with like these maximum characters all leveled up and see how much of a difference it makes. More bomb placing.
So have you figured out how you level them up?
No, but I do think it's something that you pick up along the way. You can see
It looks like he just went to level 1. Is it about the amount of bombs you place?
I have no idea. I truly do not.
Let's see, because he's about to play in a second bomb. See if he goes up to 2. He does.
Does he? Because only
Yeah,
no.
he just went to 2.
I thought rock and roll was the only one that wasn't already maxed out.
Watch here. He's 2. Let's see if he goes 3. Yep.
No, dude, you're looking at the wrong thing. That's saying that there are 6 bombs. And he's done 3 of them.
It already says max.
Yeah.
My bad.
There's on this character selection screen, it shows that rock and roll is not leveled up yet, but I do think that it's something that you find in the level.
One of the pickups?
Yeah. I just am unclear. The icons are not really like. I mean, okay, the one that has a gun on it is obviously ammo, but all the other stuff I'm just like picking up, hoping that it does something that will benefit me. All right, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit more. More Buzzbore action, more Vipers. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Road Pig is the end of stage boss. This is great. He's just throwing like boulders and stuff at you, Donkey Kong style. He's got his cinder block in one.
Pigs?
No, they're boulders.
Oh, okay.
They would be the weirdest pigs ever. They do actually. Okay, I give you credit. There's one frame where they kind of do look like a pig, but those are got to be rocks.
It's like right before he throws it, they look like.
Now he's not. He didn't do that great that time. He took a lot of hits on that. He just is real OP in terms of how he's probably.
Like it tells you to hurry up after the mission.
Yeah, you've used a lot of time, dummy.
You have no control over how long the rest of it takes.
Mission 4-3. Fall while fighting me, and you'll be vulture meat. That is Voltron or Voltar. Almost said Voltron. Voltar. That's another Destro. That's at least they've kept with the theme of Destro villains. Back to the chopper. These levels are a little bit disappointing in the later levels. I have to admit, they're for something that I've never seen before. They're a little lackluster. I would have expected some more enemy types.
Yeah. Other than the Cobra Law Guard, it's not really any different.
Yeah, there's a pretty baseline set of them. So this is Voltar. They included his vulture, which was nice. They got a real thing for bird guys in this game. And Voltar's even wearing his his backpack. He's got his gun type, like his colors right. It's a pretty good little, it's a good design for this time. I don't know why the villains are so much bigger, unless it was just to make them easier to hit. Because obviously they're not huge in comparison to the average Joe. Road Pig would be the only one that I feel like that would fly with.
Yeah. I think the bird thing is just like they made the pixel art for it flapping the wings, and they're like, well, might as well use it.
So General Hawk has been captured. Cobra Commander thinks he can hold us off with a weak terrorist acts. He'll feel the power of our team. Yo, Joe. Rock and Roll's leading this one because everybody knows Rock and Roll loves revenge. Yes, all these dudes are maxed out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is then.
I don't either. Not that Nintendo games have ever been notoriously well known. Oh, the Phantom.
Oh,
That's cool.
That looks good.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I like this frame. This is a cool way to do it.
All the cutscenes are very cool. All right, this is at least it's a new level type, not just like infrastructure. You kind of sink into the
It's
sand.
not all straight lines.
Those are definitely laser
Have we seen that
vipers.
guy
Yeah,
yet?
that's a laser viper for sure. I don't know if we've for sure seen him or not, but that's definitely who it was. That guy didn't last long enough for me to ID.
One thing I will say is that they do the colors really well on this.
Yeah,
For
it's
the
got a good
limitations of
palette.
the console.
There's Destro's Decimator.
Oh,
Another
you
Destro.
just hide in the rocks.
Was he hiding or was he just getting shot undercover?
I mean, he hasn't lost that much health.
I wonder if this is this the boss of the level, or is he just supposed to? I guess just outlast him.
Yeah, look at that weapon spread now that he's upgraded.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the same thing with Snake Eyes earlier. He was shooting like 5 throwing stars. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I can't believe all these years I didn't really ever notice that there's like a leveling up scheme to this game.
That's why we go back and look at it now.
Yeah. Pretty
It's so pretty.
weird to put the Cobra Bug in the desert, but cool to see it nonetheless. Even though I was saying at the beginning that they got the little sleds and everything. Even though I was saying at the beginning that it's kind of a not the peak year, it is real cool to see this stuff that didn't get a lot of showtime, take the spotlight for a bit. Turning the bug into a multi-level attack where you've got to kind of defeat it in waves, working your way forward is very cool.
Yeah.
That's vaguely resembles an actual Secto Viper that was throwing bombs out of the front. Of course, he has no.
That was pretty cool.
He had no problem with that. That is cool. 5-2. Whoop. Destro's forces will be your ultimate challenge. That is Destro V2 looking very purple. Oh, nice.
Once again, I love the colors.
The Destro logo is a nice touch. Still using Vipers and whatever the heck those guys are. More bombs. Yeah, these levels in general are not like, I'm not going to sit through this whole thing and discuss it because it's just the same stuff.
I love the random buzzboards that just keep popping up.
Yeah, they really got a lot of vehicle use out of this game.
Cobra really needs to invest in some kind of security system.
Or a garage. I think dude's got a ton of time. Switch to the chopper. Man, long level. Whoops. I would have to watch this video to play through this. Like, it goes on for so long.
Just to know where you're going.
Yeah. So,
Like those phone game ads.
Yeah, so he's basically like kind of shoot upwards and make a path for him to climb. And then waiting for him at the top. How's he going to make this jump? Okay, he's got a huge jump. It's Globulus! Whoa! How did I not know this? So, they've made Globulus's tail kind of out of fire. It still doesn't really make sense that Globulus would be somehow working with Destro, of all people. But it is real cool to see him as a villain in it.
He burns all the same.
They burn all the same. General Hawk. Thanks, man. I knew I could count on the Joe team for my rescue. By the way, did you notice? By the way, who is that weird snake man that we just fought? It would change our entire continuity if we acknowledged it. So let's just go fight Destro. Globulus was also flying there, which is kind of mind-blowing. Mission 5-3. So you've made it far. Now feel the might of Destro. Nice that they saved Destro as the, next to last main boss, because I would assume that we're fighting Cobra Commander at the end. This level is...
Man, those Cobra Law guys are sick.
It's so shocking to see him in here. Here's Destro V2. He's got his little... I'm blanking on the name of his... I think this is actually called the Despoiler, and I incorrectly identified one of the other vehicles as that.
Aren't there two Despoilers?
I cannot keep track. The Decimator is one thing, and this is the Despoiler, if I'm not mistaken, because the Decimator attaches to the Despoiler. No, I'm sorry, the Despoiler attaches to the Decimator. Maybe don't make them all so similarly named. So Destro's flying here.
That does sound like Destro.
He is using his sword that comes with him, which is pretty cool. Oh, and he's dead. So the end.
Oh.
Another huge explosion.
And another bomb.
Yep. It's how we got to go out in style. Thanks, man. I really owe you for that one. Yeah, you do. Anyway, while I was being held prisoner, I overheard a few Vipers discussing their latest orders, and they mentioned the location of the base where Cobra Commander is hiding out. Well, that's convenient. This is going to be our toughest mission yet, so I'll lead the team. Wish us luck. We just might earn our wages this time. So, in the last level, Hawk is actually a playable character. In the second game, he'll be choosable from the get-go, although I don't think he plays in the same fashion as this. The two games are very similar in a lot of ways, but they're different enough that they're still, even in the world of Nintendo, they're quite a bit different. Last mission, or yeah, that's the, oh man, I'm completely blanking on that thing. The windmill. A very, very underused vehicle. So Hawk's playstyle is really no different than everybody else's. And I'm going to take an educated guess and say that jetpack, I mean, unless he blasted it. Okay. I guess it's incorporated into his jump. So he probably has a really huge jump as a result. But the design of this level is not really any different than any of the others. The desert level being one of the most creative, I think. But the interiors are all pretty much the same thing with the same dudes. I mean, that's a frag viper that we were fighting in the very beginning.
Okay, so we need to watch. So he is leveling up.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, I see he's a
He just
level
went from 1 to 2. But it went letters, so
Level
it must not be like
2A.
an immediate level up.
Yeah, maybe there's like A, B, C, and then you move to the next number. Let me see if he levels up. Yep, let's see if we can figure out. That was it. He picked up something. So there is a power up that levels him up. I wonder if that carries over from continues. I know it doesn't save permanently because nothing in Nintendo games save permanently or extremely rare. Oh, he leveled up twice right there. What's that? I can't make out what that icon is. It actually looks like the gun a little bit. Wow.
They are the
He
gun.
can fly with the jetpack. He was just cruising up at the top.
Because then that's ammo. So yeah, it must be the gun one. Which makes sense because it's right over the gun icon.
Yeah. I've just picked that up multiple times, not realizing I guess I was leveling it up. And still not really understanding how it carries over. So from 2D to 3B, because he picked up 2 of them right there. I think that's ammo. The K, like the little box with the K on it.
Oh, I thought the ammo was the bullet that was bouncing.
Well, maybe, but if it was health, he was really actively pursuing it for no reason because he didn't need it. Yeah, you're right. There's a bullet. That has to be it. That's weird. He was just, I don't know. He was just actively pursuing that health power up that he did not need at all. All right, skip ahead and see what the boss of this first level is. Man, these later levels are very long.
Yeah, they are.
Battle armor, Cobra Commander. I always have to take care of problems myself. No problem. Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, they're really leaning into the cartoon mythology because I mean, obviously, for those of you that can't see it, he was a snake and that he got hit with a beam and turned into Cobra Commander, which is pretty wild. And then they've put him in a weird throne that moves up and down, and that and the gun together are how you fight. You can see how useful.
Man,
you can see how useful Hawk is here.
Hawk is easy mode.
Yeah, Hawk is just flying. He doesn't have to worry about the jumping part.
Trying to play that as anyone else would be impossible.
It would be very. I mean, maybe Duke with the huge jump could do it, but still, yeah, he's definitely made this game much easier for himself. The average person wouldn't be able to play through it like this. Roll credits. Congratulations. Thanks. All I did was watch it. Cobra Commander is finally defeated and all of his main bases have been destroyed. The world is now free from the tyranny of this group, which has been terrorizing the world for so many long years. At least 10. The gratitude of the world is now yours, and the G.I. Joe team will live long in the memories of the peace-loving people of Earth. Until next year when the sequel to this game comes out and they're all back at it again.
Somehow, Cobra Commander returned.
If you don't sneak a Star Wars reference into every episode, it's like you're not even trying. Oh, cool. It actually showcases all the stuff at the end during the credits. There's the Condor. This will help me.
Oh, that's cool.
This will help me remember the names. We could have just skipped this and seen all the enemies. Range Viper, a very important. Okay, so that dude is a Range Viper, even though he's clearly got Frag Viper vibes, and it has a Laser Viper looking helmet. The Cobra Sea Ray with Sea Slug as the pilot. See, I just need a little help, and then I could remember the names. The Buzzbore. Metalhead. Metalhead comes barreling out of that wall like that's... I mean, I guess he does have a helmet that would lend himself to it. Cobra Fang 2. They're just covering all the bases. They're like, hey, I know you had to beat all these to see these credits, but look at all the hard work we put into it. I wonder how this game being, so you can tell by the people that are involved in it, and it's Nintendo, that it was a distinctly Japanese created game. So I am very curious if they knew anything about G.I. Joe. Were they given like file cards, some kind of like, obviously they at least had the toys to understand how they operate, but I'm curious how much they were just given free reign, because you can see a lot of aspects of the mythos of G.I. Joe that's not followed here. Like Cobra Commander is a snake, and then he's turned into Cobra Commander, and I can accept things like characters flying that they're not supposed to in a Nintendo game, but I'm very curious how they pieced this game together and what information they were given in order to do it with. You can tell by a lot of the designs. Like Voltaire's even got his backpack on with the little peg on it. They had to have some pretty detailed either sketches or the toys themselves. Did they name that train? They didn't, did they?
Yeah, they did. It said like AI com.
Okay, so just something either that was, I'm assuming something they made up and not like a toy that didn't exist this year. Just a big purple background to go with Destro. And everybody's favorite, Cobra Commander. It's so wild to see that transformation, but I'm really into it. It's weird that he doesn't fight directly, that he's fighting from a chair. Like, he's so lazy, he can't even, like, get off his feet and fight. Here's a password. I don't know what it does. Probably shows the credits, or maybe it gives you, like, a big boost at the start. Cool shot of the whole team, though. Like, everybody's relaxing. Snake Eyes is propped up Burt Reynolds style with his sword in the ground. I guess that's it. No last. Go back to the titles. Oh, let's go to the second quest. Well, let's not. Try the final quest if you dare, and find the check marks if you can. So I guess there's like a New Game Plus or a Master Quest mode where they've added extra stuff to find. I don't know if it's harder or if your dude is leveled up.
So that's what that passcode was.
Yeah, you're right. It's like New Game Plus, basically. Is this truly the end of Cobra? Maybe. Maybe? That's pretty wishy-washy.
I feel like you have to ask. That means...
Right. And scene. I do want to give a shout out to the password. Oh, sorry. Not bad. You have finished a very difficult game. I'm very impressed. As always, we programmed the final quest for experts, so by completing this game, you have proven your abilities to me. Thanks again for playing, Ken Lob. What a sweet time where at the end of a video game, the director or developers or whatever could just come right out and just say, hey... good job, buddy. We made this game really hard intentionally, and you made it through it anyway, so I'm proud of you. So that's G.I. Joe for the NES. There's some stuff, man, I haven't seen some of that stuff in a long time, if at all. I'm sure I've watched a playthrough before. It just has completely bounced off of me. I am going to go back and finish this game at some point, no matter no matter how many cheat codes I have to put in or save states. I want to be able to say that I finished this game at a certain point. Jaren, any final thoughts on this before we wrap up? We'll be back to do more in at least the other NES game, and we'll also have some Wrath of Cobra coverage coming very soon. I know everybody's excited to play it. I certainly am. And I also have I was in the alpha and beta for this game, so I have an interesting perspective on how this game is developed that I'm excited to talk about with everybody.
So for me, this game, is incredible. I don't want to take anything away from it, but I'm like, what happened? You had such a solid base. Mm-hmm. Why couldn't we have got to the Super Nintendo era and you add 10 other characters, give us more variations on the level design and things enemy variations? Why? I get that the brand went through hard times, late 90s, but this was a fine game. This is a good game. Why it was abandoned, why it wasn't prioritized is just so baffling to me. You could have a whole Cobra Log game and, have Pythona, have Globulus, have all those guys and, tell that story. You could do a whole Mars Industry game. You could do, whatever. There's just so much stuff that you could do, and it's crazy that they didn't do anything until... after these, it was basically the movie games and then Operation Blackout. So
yeah, if the Nintendo had come out maybe 3 or 4 years earlier, it would have lined up better with G.I. Joe's heyday, and we probably would have seen NES games from like the '86 era, and then the Super Nintendo would have been using this. The problem is, by the time Super Nintendo had hit their wave, G.I. Joe was already on the decline. So as much licensing, and I mean they licensed every single thing they could get their mitts on back then, it wasn't feasible. There was already a declining property, which is a huge bummer because Super Nintendo games do, I think, have that nostalgic feel where they're still fun to go back and play even to this day. I mean, Super Metroid is one of my favorite games of all time, and I would play it at any time and still enjoy it. So you're right, a Super Nintendo one would have definitely been a sweet spot. But yeah, not to take away from these, I think based on the hardware of their time, they're still pretty fun to watch and play. They're still incredibly hard, but that's part of the enjoyment was finishing a game like this. I'd beat like maybe 4 original Nintendo games in my entire life as a kid, honestly, and it wasn't an amazing surge. It was just like, oh, it was so difficult.
Yeah, my biggest claim to fame on the original Nintendo is that I cycled through Duck Hunt multiple times. Because it goes like level 99 and then it just goes back to 1. The score goes to like 1 billion and then it just starts back at 0. So like I just played until I beat both of those twice.
Not very satisfying. Yeah. Did you hold the gun?
I mean,
did you have the gun right up to the screen?
Oh no, I was like, whoa, bang. I wasn't even like full on aiming. I got good with it. I got real good at Duck Hunt for a minute.
We will be back to cover the other Nintendo game. I'd actually like to talk about all the G.I. Joe video games over time, and that's probably something we'll put on our to-do list, our expanding to-do list as we've got our hands in mini pies at this point. So I don't exactly know what's coming up next, but we do have a lot of stuff. I mean, we're working on a lot of stuff. I would love to hear stories from the fan base of your time playing these Nintendo titles. What do you remember? What did you finish it? What was it like? How do you feel about them now? Do you still think that they are a fun and valuable time? You can email us.
Which character was your favorite?
Yes,
that's the big one.
Yes, who is the? I'll take tips at this point. If you like play as this dude on this level, I'll listen to you.
Write a strategy guide for us.
You can email us at anythingjoespodcast@gmail.com or anythingjoespod@gmail.com, and we would love to hear from you. You can contact us on Twitter or Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Look for our coverage of Wrath of Cobra coverage soon. It'll be separate from a regular episode, which will be in 2 short weeks. Or anything's available for discussion here on Anything Joe's.